Alright, hey guys, what's up? I've been looking around YouTube lately and I can't help but notice that you've got a lot of Cowboys fans and Eagles fans. All kinds of fans making these vlogs to come out and support their favorite team. So I thought I might take the time to show up and support my team. See if I can keep a little blog of my own going. Primarily, I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan, so that's what this blog is mainly going to be about. I'm going to come out, support the team, talk about them, um, all that sort of good stuff that we're familiar with from other people here. Halen, hope you see this, Halen, because your videos were the first videos I saw, and it kind of inspired me. I've seen Withy's stuff, John Ammo. I've seen most of your guys' stuff, and I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool idea. Alright, so more on my team allegiances later. I'm also here to talk about football in general because I'm a big football fan. I love to watch the game. Besides the Seahawks, other teams I like usually are because they have players or a player that I like. Those teams would include like the Baltimore Ravens because my favorite player in the NFL is actually Ray Lewis, and they've got a lot of great defensive players that are just really fun to watch. Great squad they got over there. I like the Packers. I like the way the Broncos run their organization. It's very Madden-esque in the things that they can do when they run that organization, and I like watching them make their off-season moves and such and such. Um, yeah, and I got quite a few favorite players in the league. Peyton Manning, Ray Lewis, as I already said, DJ Williams, Javon Walker. As much as it pains me to say this, Torrey Holt. Just these guys that I like, and it's a little less than 3 months until, I think, a week less than 3 months until the preseason starts. So I'll just be talking up some off-season stuff, maybe take a look back on the draft, until we get to the actual season. Alright, I'm going to quickly go over some things. 10 things that I'm going to watch for this upcoming season. I mean, I'm going to be watching for quite a few other things as well, because I love this game, but here are the 10 things I'm going to keep my eyes on. Okay, number 10 is the Dallas wide receiver corp. Because, first of all, obviously, we all know you got Terrell Owens on one side, and, obviously a fantastic receiver, and if he goes over 1,285 yards this season, he's going to hit 13,000. And in some circles, I'm not saying I necessarily believe this, I don't really know what I believe. It is believed that 13,000 yards is the over-under for wide receivers in this league to get into the Hall of Fame. So we'll be keeping an eye on him even though I'm fairly sure his touchdown numbers are going to get him in. Just watch him to see how he'll end up ranking in history when he retires in 2, 3 years, whatever. Then you got Terry Glenn. You know about him. Obviously, he has no shot at the Hall of Fame because his touchdown and reception numbers are just way too low. He's never been that kind of a receiver. But if he can have a career year this season, I'm talking, he'd have to set a career high for himself with about 1,180 receiving yards. He could pass 10,000. That's a nice milestone to set. It's not going to get you into Canton, obviously, but it's a nice goal to set. Should easily pass 600 receptions, 650 probably, and 50 touchdowns. Just going to keep an eye on him. Third guy here is Patrick Creighton, and he's in a 1-year contract right now, and he's been steadily improving over the last 3 years since his rookie year, 2004. He actually manages to more or less double his stats every year. Funny how that works out. And how he performs this year will be important because I think he's fixing to land a big contract in free agency from somebody, and he's going to have a hard time working for those passes in this offense that has, Owens, Glenn, Witten at tight end, and two capable backs. So he's going to have to work for every reception, and the better he does, the more impact he could have in free agency next year. Okay, moving on. Number 9. I'm counting backwards. Kansas City Chiefs offense in general. The main thing I'm actually going to keep an eye on is Tony Gonzalez, because I'm the kind of guy who likes to see records be broken. I think records are made to be broken, and I really like to see these guys climb these top 10 lists, make their Hall of Fame cases, pass 10,000 career yards, 15,000, whatever. And Tony Gonzalez, he's the main guy I'm keeping my eye on, because this season should get him around 9,600 receiving yards on his career, meaning next year he's going to be able to pass 10,000. I'm not sure, I don't have the numbers on hand, but I think he's going to break quite a few tight end records, so we're definitely going to keep an eye on him because he's one of the best tight ends to ever play this game. I think he changed the position, and I hope he can get to that 10,000 yard barrier. And in the next 2 years, he should also top about 70, maybe 75 touchdowns. Just keep an eye on him. And the second guy is, of course, Larry Johnson. He's been a complete stud the last 2 years. But last year he got overloaded with 456, 57 touches, and that's just way too much for running backs. Should have, probably given it to Michael Bennett a bit more, pass the ball more, whatever. But if he can hold up through this season and make another Pro Bowl, get another 1,500 yards on the ground, I'm going to be very impressed, because I think this guy is headed straight for a breakdown. Sorry. And if he can pull through this season playing usual Larry Johnson type football, I'm going to be very impressed. Definitely going to keep an eye on him, because he's building a Hall of Fame type of career if he can stay healthy. Number 8, I'm going to actually go with the Cleveland Browns passing game. I'm going to just say passing game because I don't like the looks of their running game, even though I think Jerome Harrison has potential. I saw him play. I live in Washington, so I saw him play at Wazoo. He's got potential, but I don't think they're going to use him enough for it to matter. Anyways, for the Cleveland passing game, interesting decision between starting Charlie Fry, or just throwing Brady Quinn to the dogs. If I were them, I would put Quinn out there because I think he's the most NFL-ready quarterback since Peyton Manning. I think he's more NFL-ready than Matt Leinart or Carson Palmer or anyone else that's come out as of late. I think he can start from day one, just like Peyton Manning did. And Charlie Fry at this point has to be considered a lost cause. Now, the passing game in general, you've got Braylon Edwards. He's been, improving from his rookie season last year. 2 years ago, last year, had 884 receiving yards, 61 catches, 6 touchdowns. Decent numbers considering his position. But I really think that he is a breakout star in the 2007